Welcome to the show. Hey, welcome to the show. All right, this is Joe. We are from Plastic Addictions Anonymous on Facebook. We also have the YouTube channel here. Welcome back if you're a returning member. And if you're not a returning member and you're just popping in, I appreciate you coming in and checking out the channel. Tonight, we're working on the Rev L Mercedes-Benz Actros MP3. It has so far been a very, very cool build. There's lots of different instructions, lots of different places. And if you want to see an unboxing of this, you can look at our channel and find it on our channel. It will have the box as the icon for the beginning of the show. All right, first things first. I'm not quite so sure that I have the right chassis here due to the fact of it does appear to be how should I say, what's the word I'm looking for? Anyways, it's not going to be the most perfect chassis like I was kind of hoping it would be to be set up properly. So we are going to do the best we can with it, but I just think it's because there's a dual version of this as well. So for now, we're just going to carry on. We're going to go to I want to go to the rear end right now because I'd like to get the rear end on this. I don't know if that's a smart move or a bad move, but I do need to move forward and get to the rear of the unit so I can get it all painted up because I'm going to do it all black. So I want to make sure that it's all one color. I need to bring up my live chat is on. There we go. All right, we're good to go. All right. Let's find the rear end of this thing and see if there's anything that I need to know before I start putting the rear end into it. Oh, it must be on the wrong side. This must be on the other side. All right, here we go. All right, so let's see what's here. This is all rear end here and this stuff. All right, so we're going to go here for the moment. It does appear that we have to put something on before we put the front end in, but it does not appear to be so for the rear end. I do, however, see that this might be in the very, very, very wrong place because this is supposed to go behind it. So that being said, here we go. Let's rock and roll, baby. All right, now we're going to do today. Let's see, what do we want to do today? Today we're going to go ahead and do the piping and stuff that's over here on number 7, and we're going to work our way down so we can get the engine done and take a look at the engine. And once we get the engine in, I'll be able to decipher exactly what goes where and why. It does appear that this bracket here moves up some, but I'm not quite so sure it does because the spots that it goes in were right there on the side of the wheel. So we're going to have to kind of deal with that later down the road, see what happens. So I'm assuming that we're all got it together. I'm assuming because there's the rear end shocks, and it looks like the shocks go here and back here from the picture in the rear end. That's why I was going to do the rear end, because it does not look like it's perfectly aligned and length. But we're about to find out. All right, so hello, Zeuser. All right, so we are doing B. So B are both of these, and all 3 of these are B. All 3, 1, 2, 3 of the piping. So we're going to go ahead and get our bag. I went ahead and labeled all of our bags A, B, C, D, and E. So this is A, B, and C. So we're going to do this to the side. I'm going to find all these parts. All right, so B. And I have the B in here, which is going to be the one with the engine on it. All right, so the engine is on this one. So this is the one that our stuff is going to be on. All right, let's see. One of my buddies one of our subscribers and one of my friends just PM'd me and told me he was going to be running a little late, so we will have him coming in shortly. Rob, we'll wait for you, brother. If you're listening to it on your phone, we will wait for you here, brother. I know you're on your way back from Walmart, so that's cool, no problem. All right, so now I need my magnifying glass. If I can get it out. All right, here we go. So yes, I know I have vocals on. I need a 29 and 28. So 28 and 29 is what we're looking for, and they are just piping, and that looks like them right there. 28 and 29, correct. So that's these 2 guys right here. So we're going to go ahead and pop them out of the sprue and be ready to rock and roll. Did I bring my cutters in? I thought I did. All right. I ain't got time to be looking for cutters, so I'm just going to go ahead and use one of my knives here. All right. So we're popping these out. All right. So get these two out. Get these two together, and that will take care of number 7. You know what I'm going to go ahead and do? I'm going to get 7, 8, and 9 off the rail because they're all B's. So we're going to look for the other ones, which is going to be this one here, it looks like, and the shorter one next to it. So that's 26 and 27. That's B. That's 26, and that's 27. So we're right. See? The shapes of these pipes are pretty distinct, so you should be able to look and find them right away by looking at the right rail. All right, there we go. So there's that one, and now we're going to do number 9, which has more on it. So it's 25, 24. And then we attach our number 8 to that, it shows. All right, so it's 24 and 25. So 24, and it's a really weird shape pipe, so you should be able to find it pretty easy. There's 24 right there, which is the weird shape pipe, and 25 is the cap that goes on the end, guys, which is probably that right there, which is exactly what that is. So that's 25 right here on the rail. Okay. And that's 24 here on the rail. All right, this one looks like it needs a little bit of cleanup. It's got a little bit of seepage on it, so we're going to fix that up. All right, so now we can put this to the side over here, and we know that that's A, B, and C. All right. Let's get some. Know what goes where and why. All right, so let's see. 7, 8, and 9. Get some glue. And get me a sander, and we're rocking and rolling. All right, let's see. So, welcome to the channel. Like I said, if you're new, thanks for coming in. If you're a return visitor, thank you very much for the patronage. Feel free to ask any questions. Feel free to, after the show, even to PM or make comments, and I will view the comments at another time and get back with you. Also, be ready for a whole bunch of unboxings as well as builds that are coming up. We have the Atlantis stake truck coming up and 172 scale. We have the Mobius International Pro Store coming up in 125 scale. We also have the RE8 in 172 scale, I do believe. The Kenworth conventional W925 split build, because I'm doing a bit of a bash and build, and it's a 125 from AMT, and also AMT White Freightliner ST or DD build we got coming up. Also a rebuilder Volvo we have come up, as well as the Jeep Wrangler, the Rubicon from Revell. We have all these coming up very soon as builds, so as we go along, you guys make sure to hit that notification, and you'll know when I pop out the unboxing. I will be getting even closer to the build day. So whatever I will throw out there, you guys can know by the unboxing on what I'm going to plan on trying to do as the next physical build. We did finish the 1932 Gangbusters from MPC, I believe it was, the one with the motorcycle and the bad guys and all that. We also finished the tank from Tamiya, the M41 Bulldog, which was pretty cool. I'd like to say thank you to Sarge for all of his input, and Jeff O'Hara for all their input. We also finished up. Okay, we have 3 other rigs. We have 3 other builds going on at the moment. We have the 1940 Ford from AMT. We have the AMT Diamond Rio build that I'm turning into a logging tow truck, a rescue recovery truck for logging companies. We have the Volvo rebuilder coming up. That's about it for now, guys. So if you guys want to see any of that, hit that notification so you'll know when it comes on. I will always give a description of what's on the video so you guys can pick and choose which one you'd like to watch. I'd like you to make a comment if you do go to any of the videos so that I know you were there and what you expect from my next video. You can make comments, you can ask questions, you can request things. I will do my best to do what you request. If you want to see something specific like a way to paint or something of that nature, or what paints I use, here at my studio, which is in my house, guys. I'm sure you already know that. Um, I will be glad to show you that. Anything you guys want to see, I'm pretty good. We are on TikTok. We are on Facebook. We are on Slide, the new platform. We are on Instagram. And I think that's about Twitter. We are also on Twitter. So we are on just about any known major platforms that have been around for a while and a couple that are new. So you guys want to find us, you can PM me and I will be glad to give you the information you're seeking, whether it be on the Twitter or the Slide or even the Facebook group. So you guys let us know. And if you want to give us any email here to the channel, it's Plastic Addictions Anonymous 2021. That's all one word. Plastic Addictions Anonymous at gmail.com. Oh, I'm sorry, 2021 at gmail.com. I keep doing that. Plastic Addictions Anonymous 2021 at gmail.com. There's your email address for this channel. If you want to ask any questions or send any info or give us any input, you're welcome to give us an email at that address. And we will respond. I check it probably every few days. All right, so there we have number 8 and number 9, and I'm doing number 7 now. I don't know why I did it backwards, but I did. All right, let's do a little bit more there. All right, so these are the pipings. It appears that they are exhaust piping is what they look like. And our next step is going to be number 10, which is the engine, which is the part I'm excited to get into because it is a Volvo engine and I've never done one. So I'm excited to get into it. I'm sorry, it is a Mercedes engine. It's a Mercedes engine. I'm thinking about the Volvo engine sitting in front of me over here on this Volvo. We also have this rebuilder coming up, this Volvo. This is the one I'm talking about. It's going to be a rebuilder. I have all the parts from Samuel Stokes, and I appreciate you, brother. All right, so there we go. I'm going to go ahead and clean this piece off now that I've glued it all up. Nice and smooth. This is the one that had this is the piece that had the mold lines on it. As you saw, I kind of sanded down the middle of it a little bit. That's all it was that I could see was just in that middle piece. All right, all of this is also going to be on the engine. I'm not sure what color it will be. We will do the engine separately, get it all put together, and then paint it as one and detail it from there. All right, guys. So we have 7, 8, and number 9 is putting this on this. So this has a 50 on it. I want to make sure which side this goes up. Looks like it's sitting like this, like this. This looks like it goes here. So that goes there like so. There's 2 wedge pieces on it. Okay, so let's get that on there. So it's here. And there's 2 flat spots on this piece here. One goes at the top, one goes at the bottom. And it goes this way. I'm trying to get it. My fingers to do what I want it to do, and I don't want to. All right, so if it goes this way, it goes like so. And it goes to the flat spots on both of these innards. I'll show you in 1 second as soon as I get it to hold it here in the place. Now, I would say you would want this dang straight. I mean, really straight, guys, right where it's supposed to be, because it's going to hook up to the engine on some other places. So I would make sure to have it perfect, especially on this, kind of like you'd have to make it molded into place, because this is definitely looks like an important piece for the intake. All right. So want to line that, make sure that's lined up. That's why I'm using this kind of glue, so I can move a little bit better without making a total mess out of it. I use different kinds of glues. I use testers. I also use the testers clear here as well as the gel, and I use a little bit of super glue now and then depending on what I'm doing. All right, there's what you should come out with. Once you combine number 8 with number 9, and we move on, we put that aside and we move on to number 10, which is going to be the engine parts, which are all also on B. So we have B. Let's see, I'm just trying to make sure they're all the way around. And A, I also see A. So A and B on this one on number 10. So we need A and B. All right, so we know that this one is B. So let's find the one that's on the B first. The B is the belts. I see the belts already. We're going to make sure it's the right one, but I see them already. 21. I even see the number 21. We're all good. All right, so let's get the belts off here. I don't know what I did with my cutters. I should probably get up and find them, but I'll just use the knife for now. seems like you're giving me a hard time at the moment. Okay, that's the only B. Next one's on A, so we're going to want to switch over to A. Actually, number 11 here is showing me. Well, I've got B in my hand. I'm going to go over to 11 because 11 is the everything on 11 is B as well. So I'm going to get these two things off, and then I'll get the A off. Okay. So also on B, it looks like is the front of the engine's block, which is going to be right there. And it is number 20. 20, yep. Okay, so let's put this up here as well. Number 20. Which is right there. All right, so now we're done with B, I do believe, other than getting number 11 off. So let's go ahead and do that, which are the two engine halves. Okay, so two engine halves for number 11. Also on B is going to be the other set of belts with the water pump on it. I saw them. I believe that's B. B. And that's this one put together from number 9. Or from number 10. Okay, so these are A. These two pieces are A. And we need B, which is number 22 as well. Which is going to be that one right there. Yep, 22 right there. Oil can. Right. And on number 11, we're also going to need the rear engine, which is B23, which is right there. Yep, I already saw that. All right. So if I don't respond and you guys come in and you see me just doing this, just PM me or something and let me know that you came in if I'm not looking up too much. But I look up every now and then. All right. Now it does appear that number 7 and number 9 go together eventually with another part. So we're going to wait that together. 7, 8, and 9 go together in one piece, it looks like here. And it is all intake for the engine. So we'll do that. So we're going to do number 10 and 11 right now. Let me go to A now and get out parts from A. And A is the one with the rear end. There it is there. So we go here, and we are looking for the two little rounded nut things, and they are number 39 and 38. So 38 and 39, they don't look like they're going to be too big in their round. Cha-cha-cha. There's a turbo right there. I'm going to use that eventually. Okay, so they shouldn't be that hard to find. Why am I having a problem finding them? Oh, there they are right there. So that should be them right there. Maybe not. 38 and 39. That looks like 130 something. That's definitely not 38 and 39. 21. 38, 39, got them. Right here, these little ones right here on the bottom of A. The one that has the fuel tank on it, right? As well as the rear end. So we're going to get these two little guys off right here. This one is 29, and this one is 28. So they weren't going to be very big. All right, so that's it. Now we have number 10 and 11 ready to build. We'll go ahead and put A, B, and C back together. Dang it. I dropped my knife, man. Hang tight. I'll be right back. Okay, got it. Okay, let's go ahead and put all the parts in front of us so we know what we got. Clean them up and get them assembled. All right, that is number 11, so we're going to put that off to the side for the moment. Right, let's clean this up. All right. Part we are working on right now is part number 21 from B. It is the belts. Part of the belts. How about that? Part of the belt system. A little bit of sprue there. Here we go. Clean that off. Now, when I get all this together and I paint it all one color, I'll come back in and detail any other colors onto that. Let's see if I can do this without making it fly all over the place. There we go. Did it. And I'm not going to be able to use the sander on that without making it fly, so I'm just going to leave that one as it is. This one's going to fly, I know it. Oh, it didn't. I'll be danged. All right, now we're ready. All right, let's put this one together. So, shows that this goes like so. Like that goes like that. Like that. Okay, so in your hands it would be opposite, but the big here goes here, and the little one goes into the bottom hole of your front of your engine where your water pump goes. So we're going to go ahead and do that. All right, let's get this going. Let's see. It goes down like that. And this goes on here, and then the little hole there. Hold it in place a couple of seconds. It should be dry enough soon, very soon, to just let it go. All right. All right, there's that one. Now, the two little caps, the bigger one goes on the inside. So one goes here, and one goes there. The bottom of it. There's the bottom. Okay, so there's the bottom of that one. This is going to be the one that's a pain in the butt. Can't even see the bottom of that one. Can't even see the bottom of this one, guys. Watch out for this one. This one is going to be a pain in the rear to get it right. All right, here we go. Let's see if I got it now. Oop. See, and don't drop it, man. Don't drop that little tiny thing. All right, got it. Now if I can get it off my finger, we'd be good shape. All right, it's on. Oh, yay. All right, so there's those. That's those 4 pieces together for number 10. So my suggestion is you set it down before you knock the thing off again. All right, so there we go. Got that into place. Everything's good to go. All right, let's put this off to the side, but I'm going to kind of stand it up so that the paste doesn't fall off. There we go. Okay, now we're doing number 11. Let's clean it up first. 2 engine halves left and right side. Checking for any really bad mold lines. Any screw left over. Okay, this one. And then we'll move right along to number 12. Close my keyboard here. Dust all over my keyboard. All right. Now we're going to put the 2 halves together. So there's little pins and pinholes, so we just follow them. I'm using the light to see how much glue I'm putting on, just so everybody knows. You can't see what I'm doing, but I can. And boy, I know why I stopped using this stuff when I first got it. It sure does stink. Son of a gun. Woohoo! Put that down for a second and do this one. And then we'll pop them together. All right, here we go. Let's put these puppies together. All right, so there we have it. That's another reason I really don't like that glue, because it does end up spreading everywhere. All right. Now, See a little bit of a line there, so I'm going to go ahead and try to fill it in with the plastic while the glue is still tacky. Yeah, there we go. That's good. All right, so next is the rear of the engine compartment. So with the engine up, the piece goes up. There's only one way this thing will go on, so because it's got pins to make it work. Right, so there we go. I also see a little bit more of a line here, so I'm going to hit that, like I said, while it's still a little tacky, so maybe we can fill it in with the sanding dust and you'll never see it. Yeah, there we go. That's beautiful. Gone. Totally gone. Yes, I know my piece fell off. All right. Now, we got that covered up and in. Go around and make sure it's sitting nice and flush and flat. And there you have that one. Now, time for the cleanup of the oil pan. It did come off pretty close and pretty good though. All right. Oil pan, drop pan goes up backwards towards the transmission. Line it up just right. Man, oh man, oh man. Way to go, guys. There it is. Got it. It's just got hair all over it now. Yep. All right. Time to get dog hair off of it first. Hang on, guys. All right. Let's try this again. Now I know why you guys like this very thin glue. Holy cow. Now, as long as that's straight, your front plate should fit on straight. That's why I kind of hit that cross member there. The front plate was going flat onto that, so I'm going to do that. Okay, all right. All looks pretty sealed up. It's stabilizing. Now finally the glue is setting up. I am just making sure that I have everything I need. All right, let's make sure that front end stays on. So now that's the top, that's the bottom. And we are in like Flynn, gentlemen. All right, so 9, 10, and 11 are done. All right, we're going to do to number 12 now, which is going to be 7 and 9 combination, as well as 37 from A, which we know is the one with the rear end. is right there. All right. So it's showing that we're bringing back out 7, 8, and 9. Combining them is in number 12 along with A37. So 7, 8, and 9 along with just A37 make instruction number 12. There. Guys, we're going to make this one a short one tonight. So this goes here and here, and that goes the other way. It goes here. That's what I meant by making that thing go exactly where it's supposed to go. There we go. All right. Now that one came a little loose though, guys. We're going to make sure it stays this time, so hang tight, guys. We're going to put this piece on, and it will help hold it together. Should have noticed that at the bottom before, but I did not. So now we're going to take number A37, bigger ones at the bottom, smaller ones at the top. We're going to put it in the larger hole on the 7, 8, and 9, as well on the pipe as 7, 8, and 9. Mix them together with it right like that. All right. It appears that we have that one done the way it's supposed to go, and you should have something of that nature. It looks like it's perfectly straight, and make sure that it's right where it's supposed to go, guys. Make sure that that pipe is on straight. And then you should be good to go with the little holes and the punches that go into them. That's going to be the larger hole. I hate this glue, guys. I hate this tester screw, just so you know. All right, so now we're going to try to watch your fingers on the pipe that you already installed. You'll knock it off if you play with it too much like I just did, so just be careful, heads up. Glue's not settled up on it yet, so we should be able to get it to line everything up just the way it's supposed to be. There we go, popped right into place. Line that bottom pipe back up as well as the top one. I'm going to have to use my X-Acto just a little bit to get it to scoot over because my fingers aren't doing the job. All right, there we go. All right, and we make sure to flip it over to make sure that one's right where it's supposed to go. Yep, and I'm going to use the X-Acto to push just straight down on top of it so it flattens it out. There we go. And this one. There we go. All right, so there you go. There is number almost 12. So we're going to put this back the way they're showing it. And they're showing it to be like this. And that this number, where'd it go? Number 7 is going to go from here to there, like so. All right, number 7 to number 12 goes from here to here, like so. Again, you guys got to make sure those pipes line right up so they fall right into place. All right, so let's go ahead and put a little dab of glue on the bottom of this. Oops, as well as the top of that. So that looks pretty good, okay. Here. All right, set it down to both ends of this a little bit. All right, so let's hold it the way they're showing it. And they're showing it like so. I'm holding the main piece, by the way, just so if anybody wants to know which one I'm holding. So I'm making sure which way it's going to go. So it looks like the shorter end goes towards the bottom, guys, so that it leans towards the inside. Yep. All right. So there's that. So, and make sure it sits all the way down too, because you never know if there's space problems. Let me start getting this all hooked up and put in. Yeah, it moved way down on that stem. Make sure the pressure, make sure it went right down under that stem is where you want it. All right, there we go. There's number 12, all the way through number 12, guys. So I'm going to sit here and hold this for a minute. This engine block is next we'll need, as well as it looks like there's some decals, which I won't be able to put on. But we're going to carry on with number 13, and I think I'm going to call it a night. Hey, Mr. Rob, what's up? Glad you could make it in, bro. I knew you were on your way back from Walmart, so I hung in there for a while. I'm still working on the Mercedes. How was your Walmart trip? Or was it Target? I know you were at a store on your way back. Basically, it's the intake that we just built. It took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to get to this point and this point. All right. So we are moving on to number 13, which is adding some stuff to this engine block. All right. So I also explained that I marked all my bags and stuff now too, so I know where everything's at. Can you hear me okay, pal? All right. So now we need rail A and B, it shows. Yep, we need rail A for 2 things. No, we need all B on this one, it shows. B, B, B. Yeah, B, B, B. All right, so we're going to go to rail B. We know that one by now is going to be the one that has the intake on it, which is parts of the ones that I'm trying to get out. So the intake here is going to be number B36, which is this piece right here. B36, that is correct. Okay, yeah, no problem. Gotcha. All right, so we are number 36. We're looking for now number 32, which I know what those are. Those are the intake manifolds. There should be, or heads, I'm sorry, there should be 2 of those. There should be this one and this one, if I'm not mistaken. Let me make sure the number, 32 and 34. 34 and 32, so yes. This is pretty cool. It's so neat to look at right here on here. It has the emblem logo, the Mercedes logo. You guys can't see it, but I'll show you a better picture of it when I take picture of it. And right in that box right there, there's the Mercedes logo is pinned right, stamped and pinned right inside of it. These guys didn't mess around with this Volvo kit, and I figured out the chassis problem that I was having the other day too. So I'm good. We're rocking and rolling. I decided I'm going to go ahead and keep going, and if anything comes up, we'll fix it when it comes up. All right, and also we're going to be attaching this as part of number 13. And now we're looking for B35 and B33. And I think it should be these 2 right here. Nope, those are 50s. So that's definitely not the ones we're looking for. They are just little rails, and they are B's though. That's got to be them. Nope. We're still on B, right? Yeah, we're still on B. B35, right? B33. B35 and B33. There they are, got them. B35 and B33 right there. All right, so we're going to pop, chop them off, and we'll have number 13 parts ready to rock and roll and go on. All right, so far this kit has went together very cleanly. The only issue I had, I think, was my own fault, but I will explain that also in private later. I'm thinking the chassis might be short because when they're showing the chassis upright, this is the top, and the box shows that the 5th wheel is sitting here on these widened frame chassis rails. But yet at the same time, under these wide frame chassis rails, there's supposed to be a V-bar in here to support the rear end. And also, this looks like it might have to be up here, but the places that it was actually told to go to were here because the exact squares were inside the chassis rail. So there was no way to mess that one piece up. That's why I put that in this end, because these were, identical where it goes. Now, the engine mounts and stuff went in, and they look like they went fine because the radiator slips right in here. So I don't know. Watch, if you get this kit, watch. There's certain things that you really got to watch, because if you off a little bit, it changes the whole chassis. It's not like those really long AMT kits that I'm used to doing that, you know, if you mess up a little bit, it's pretty easy to make it look normal, as you can either close it in or you can just adjust the slip forward and backwards. This one doesn't have that option. It's got a stabilized fifth wheel on it, so it only goes in one place. All right, so I think we got that cleaned up and that cleaned up. I mean, I really love this, like I said, man. All right, there's two little pins here, one down here and one here. So I don't want to knock them down. I think there's going to be hoses to go on those. But there is a little bit of flash right there. And I want it's a mold line. Okay, so that's good. All right, now back here. Yeah, I'm trying something new. I'm not really liking what's going on. I've used it before, and I'm remembering why I put it down because boy, oh boy, will it mess up your day. Phew, the fumes alone will kill you, brother. All right, so let's see. This is supposed to go in here like this, right? Alrighty then. Looks like the 2 points, the two little spiny pieces go towards the back so that these hook up right here to those. Right. And there's no like little piece that it connects to or nothing, guys. It says there's a pin in the middle here, but there's not. So this goes in here. Okay, so let's do this then. All right, because I'm seeing this here like so, and it shows that there's a pin here that it goes into. Yeah, there is. It's right here. So this pin goes in there like that. So that goes in there like that. So we can get our intake set up by the way this is actually going in at the moment. So that should be good to go. So yeah, that's what that looks like. So yeah. No, I know. It's one of the downfalls of building a big rig like this, but it is a Mercedes and it's totally different than the, and believe me, it's a different build, believe me. All right, so that's gonna go like that across. So we're just gonna, that's gonna be a pain in the rim because it's not, I'm gonna use my face glue on this one, my thicker stuff, as opposed to, because I want it to, it doesn't have a lot of meat bite in it. So, and it's got to go right down in there like that. So, like I said, there's not a lot of meat holding it in place, so I'm not quite so sure what they expect it to do. And it's not really leaning on anything else or touching anything else, so it does not look like there's any. So this is one that you're going to have to put a piece on and hold together. Put a piece on and hold it together. At least wait for the glue to settle in, especially because the back end of this is really heavy because of all the piping now. Now, it looks like it's straight across to me. Okay? But what do I know with my eyes? So I'm going to make it straight across. And I'm going to try to see if I can't adjust this to get into place. Ah, now I get where it comes from. Okay. So that's where that's going to hold that on. All right. I'm seeing the picture now. All right. Let me go ahead and clean the head cylinders up. Leave that sitting like that for a minute. It won't take me long. Put the heads on and we'll go from there. I think if I put the heads on and then put the cap on, everything will line right up the way I want it to. I'm trying to hurry because I got that glue setting up and it's laying on the side. All right. All right. So it's obvious which way these would go because there is this, or excuse me, it's not obvious which way they would go because there are holes for something to connect into it on both sides. Now, from the looks of this, the flat one, there's a level part and there's a level flat part, and then there's a kind of like a sloped part. That would go facing down, so I would assume no matter what you did with it, you put it down. All right. So I'm also gonna use the thicker glue for these things as well. I wanted to set up hard because it's gonna be the main portion to hold everything together. All right, so yeah, I would put the angled pieces downward. And there's no way to mess this either because it sits right in one place. All right, the angle is downward so that the headers fit on properly. Woo, 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 woo. Got that jerk. See what happened right there? That was one of those jerks. My muscles just jumped. All right, now I got this into place. Now I'm going to fit this on this hole here and see where I got to put the glue at. All right, so we got that fitted into place. It will be on the hole. So that's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool thing. This is the actual cap here holds everything else together. How did you see that, man? But it's not wanting to go down into the hole for some reason. There we go, I got it. Hey, stop. Let's see. There's not one down there. Is there? I think maybe there is. Maybe I'm down there. All right, so I'm trying to make sure which way I'm doing this. Okay, so if I got the engine facing forward, this goes in the back. These go in the front, that goes in the back, and these little pins are on there. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and put glue on all of the intakes. Yeah, Revel Germany. Yes, sir. This one and the fire truck that I was going to get was also Revel Germany. But I put this one in instead because I thought it would look pretty cool up here with the collection. It'd be the only import actually that I have from Germany or Europe or wherever the hell it is. All right, so I also want to make note of that when I put the heads on, I put them low. I think I need to keep them high due to the fact of everything's got to be connected with this piece here. So let's see, we're going to go forward here. We're going to take this and we're going to go right down on the pins because there's pins on each side as well as in the center there. And I just got to make sure that one drops right down on that. That, okay, cool, got that. Now the rest of this stuff should line right up. Yep, sure did. Now I'm going to put a little pressure on there to see if I can move the heads down just a hair because it is sitting up just a hair. There we go, got it. All right, that snapped right into place, man. I did get a little freaking glue up here though, but that's okay because I'm going to clean it all up and I will sand it down. So, but I am going to paint the whole thing one color and then come back in and do the detailing on it as I usually do. So hang in there for that. So I'm assuming that's where that's supposed to go. That's not right though because the pins are not in the right location. Now they are. Okay, got it. All right, so I had to turn that one down. So one goes up, one goes down, Bubba. Push it up to the bottom. Same thing with this one. Push it up to the bottom. Make them square it out. And then press down from the oil tank to the top intake, and you should snap it together. And there it is. All the way through 13, except for the headers that I'm putting on right now. And again, I'm going to use this glue now. I'm tired of smelling that one. All right, that was too much. There we go. All right. And that drops right down into place as well. Now that these are in the right place. Okay. Oop, I just made the dang oil pan pop. Okay. There and there. Looks like this does go right to that. There, the intake right there. So if it doesn't go to that intake right there, you got the wrong pipe on the wrong side. Ouch. Right, yep. Just like that. Right, so that's right. Yeah, I think I got it on the wrong side. I do. Yeah. All right. Let me put this on the side then. All right. Now, that looks like it went down again. No, it didn't. It's just my eyes. Okay. All right, so I'm going to put this one on here now. It goes towards the back from the front like that and that. And that dropped right, those dropped right into place, man. Right into place. All right, and it hooked directly to the spot, so that's exactly where it's supposed to be. We're good to go. All right, put the other side in. Dab another little bit, just a dab of glue here, just to loosen it up a little bit more. I don't know. I'm going to look at the instructions has for the hull itself. It has. I'm looking here now. It doesn't look like I'm supposed to paint the the block itself at all because there's no color marking on it whatsoever telling you what color. It just says number 11. So here it says A. So I'm assuming A is going to be red. There's a color schematic. I'll have to look for it. I don't know. I figured I'd paint the whole thing in, clean it all up, paint it all in, and then come back and do little fine details on it to get everything the way I want it. So that seems to be where this one's going to have to go. Same thing I'm going to do with the chassis. I'm going to go ahead and put everything on there, the front and the rear end, that kind of stuff, the radiator, and I'm going to paint it all one color, and then I will come back and detail it out with other accents and stuff. So that's what I'm thinking anyways. I'm going to look at the box in the moment so I can pretty much tell you. I think the engine's on the box as well. I did see blue ones as well as red ones online on the real versions when I went and did a search for the truck. I do that sometimes for information on the truck itself, so I know exactly what color to do each thing. All right, well there we go, guys. For anybody who wants to know, that's what a Mercedes engine looks like when it's built and out of the truck. So I hope you enjoyed the build because we are now on to page 9. I'm going to look right now in the truck, though. That's a good idea. I want to know. All right, so here we go. We're going to set this here. It should set up perfectly fine. If not, I'll get one of them. No, actually, it shows the engine as a silver and black. If you look right here. Let me close this up before I knock it off. Hang tight. All right, so I am going to be ending this here, Rob. I will check it out tomorrow. See this one here? It looks like no, there is no tubing with this. I do have some tubing though that I am going to add because I know there are fuel injector nipples right here on the back of the intake here. So I think I'm going to go ahead. I will probably, and there's also little nipples on the ends of the rails and stuff. So I think I can get it to where it looks right. I might go ahead and put tubing on it just for the hell of it. But basically, it's showing with a basic gray engine with black accents. So I'll have to just come back. Maybe I'll just leave it the gray color that the engine is, and then I'll just bring in different colors around it, something like that. I don't know. But that's about it for me tonight, Rob. I am out here. Mama wants to do some bacon, and I am going to let her have the kitchen and her mixer and let her make all the noise she wants to. All right, so, and also I would check your alignment of your pipes to your exhaust from the headers to make sure they are lined up because my one side wasn't, but it is now. All right, that's it. There is your Mercedes Actros MP3 engine. Let's see what's on the agenda for tomorrow. You know, I might take tomorrow off and just maybe do a room or something and just hang out. Yeah, number 14 is the radiator. 15 is putting the radiator into the chassis as well as the fan belt blade on, as well as putting the engine in. And then they go right to number 16, which is putting the pipes in. Number 17 starts the rear end and the drives. That's the thing that I'm looking forward to because I want to see exactly how this is going to actually work with all of the other components that it wanted me to put on there, which I haven't put on yet. I want to see where the engine sits and that stuff before I make my decision on what to do with that because this part right here does not go in at all. This part right here may go in, but I'm not quite so sure where. But this part went right in where it was supposed to. So did the rear end part here, and so did this secondary part. I don't know what else to do. All right. Well, Mama wants to do some baking, and I am going to Paul out here, and I will yell at you on regular if you want. Maybe later on I will jump on a room and chat with you and yell at you. But I appreciate it, Rob. Hope you didn't rush too much to come in. I'm glad you made it for a little while. But we did 2 whole pages, and now I'm ready to start totally new. We're going to put the engine and the chassis, the radiator on. Then it looks like we're starting the rear end. And then after the rear end comes the rest of the rear end, it looks like here. And all kinds of other parts that go to the rear end and the chassis. okay, on these Volvos. So, and this is supposed to be a turning wheels, turning front end. You're supposed to be able to adjust the front end like on the International. It's supposed to have a steerable front end. And then it moves right on into the accessories kits. And the body is like almost last. You don't put together the body until like last, man. I'm like very, very surprised about that. I would think you put the body together, one of the first ones, and then paint it. You understand what I'm saying? And let it sit for days and days and days while you're doing the rest of it. So I don't know. Hey, Kevin, I was just popping out. I just stopped in. Sorry you stopped in so late. I have been on almost an hour now. But we were working on. I got a couple of minutes to explain what we were doing. We're working on the Revell MP3 Actros, and we did completed yesterday. We started out. We got the chassis started, and today we did the engine. And I'm going to be detail painting it after everything is pretty much ready, said, and done. I will be painting the chassis, and so I want to get the rear end in the chassis, and the front end in the chassis, and the radiator in the chassis, and paint it. And then we will go from there on any additives that are accessories and that kind of stuff. What color I'm going to paint them in accents and stuff. But I'm going to try to do it as close to box art as possible, as I am doing it in a silver, kind of a silver, a matte hammered silver. That's what the color is going to be. All right, brother. I'm going to be on again probably Friday. All right. And I will yell at you sometime tonight or in the morning. If I do a room, I'll yell at you guys tonight if I do a room on PAA. But I appreciate it. Okay, like, subscribe, share, follow. Like, subscribe, share. Hit that notification button. Let us know what you think in the comments. Let us know you were here if you saw it after or during. Give us any input you would like. And our email address is plastikaddictionsanonymous2021@gmail.com. This is Joe. I'm out of here, guys. Hope you enjoyed the stream. And I will be back again real soon. Keep an eye out, get those notifications on, because I got a lot of new stuff coming out, as well as old past videos and shows we did. So check them out, guys. I'm out of here. Have a good night.